Well, good afternoon, everybody. Doug Jenkins from the Findlay Hancock County Chamber of Commerce joining you once again as we meet our new members. Jenny Fall from the Women in Trucking Association joining us today. Jenny, thanks for hopping on here with us. I'm really excited to learn more about the organization and how you came to be involved in it.
Great, thanks, Doug. I really appreciate the opportunity as a new member to the chamber, and I've been with Women in Trucking for just over a year now. So, Women in Trucking Association is probably new to a lot of people. So, I'd love to tell you more about it and share our story and our mission.
Well, let's start. I guess we'll start there and talk a little bit about the organization and the mission and everything that you guys are working on right now.
Absolutely. So we are a nonprofit membership organization where we have really three main buckets of things that we try to do for the transportation industry. We really want to encourage the employment of more women in the industry. We want to celebrate their accomplishments. We have awards, recognitions throughout the year, which is fantastic. We recognize top women in the industry across the country, across the world in some cases, top companies for women to work for, just specific in the transportation industry. And the third bucket that we really focus on is eliminating barriers to females entering the industry in various roles, from drivers to CEOs of companies.
So you got your start in the industry, not necessarily an association, but working directly with the trucking industry at Garner. How did those experiences shape how you came into this position?
They made who I am in the transportation industry. All those experiences, I just found myself really enjoying the opportunities to work directly with drivers. That's really my role at Women in Trucking, is to work with our driver members to find out, why aren't you a driver, or why aren't you in this industry, and how can we fix that? How do we get you here? Because women right now, we have about 12% of the percentage of drivers in the industry are women. So we're trying to increase that, and we want to figure out, so there's a reason you're not here. Let's figure out a way to get you here. So just all of my work at Garner with the different driver programs was phenomenal and really helped me where I am today.
Well, the industry itself is a great way to provide. It's a great living. You're able
Yes.
to provide for your family and everything else. What are some of the barriers that women face coming into the industry that you're working to try and eliminate?
Sure. A lot of the things that I hear is the schedule. You know, the old school way of thinking is you're gone for weeks and weeks at a time. But I think companies see that that's not sustainable anymore. I mean, driver population is getting older, so they have to tap into the younger population, the females, and figure out ways that they can maybe change those schedules to make it more appealing to both of those groups that really aren't represented as well.
How much did 70s culture play into that? I feel like every third movie in the 70s was about trucking, either with like a monkey sidekick, or there were country western songs about the trucker being gone all the time. And
Yeah, I think
it feels like that's just sort of stuck, even though that's not really the reality of a lot of the industry anymore.
not anymore, but that's what it was. So
Yeah.
I think we missed those folks in the 70s. I hear stories from some of the women that I talk to on a regular basis. They've been driving for 30, 40 years, and they're like, oh boy, things have changed from when I mean, they used to have people having to stop and guard their doors when they would go to the restroom because it was, just a weird environment. They were one of the only females on the road.
Mhm.
So just to hear that things are getting better is great. And it's just a big accomplishment. We actually have an event in Louisville at a Mid America Truck Show, it's called, every year, where we do a salute to every female CDL holder that's there. It's a free event. And every year we recognize the woman who has the most years of experience. And she has 51 years behind the wheel. I think she's 79 years old and is 7 million miles. It's like, blows my mind.
You mentioned something that's interesting to me. So, a lot of the logistics companies, they have facilities, restrooms, showers, everything
Mhm.
for drivers to, kind of relax it after their shift and everything. And that's a big part. I have to imagine that's a big obstacle if you don't have the facilities kind of where they need to be. That's an obstacle for getting women into it. You need to have the women's restrooms, women's showers, and everything.
Mhm.
And fortunately, I think a lot of our local logistics providers are very good about that.
I think so many of them really are. I get to talk to these women and I hear stories, and like, it's some places are not as friendly. So I just get to hear it. And logistically, females and males have to use facilities in a different way. So they have to kind of make those changes. So I've heard stories.
We know this is not an industry going away anytime soon. Certainly,
Very much.
there's a lot of room for growth. How much is this just reaching out to younger women and letting them know that, hey, coming out of high school, this could be a really good career for you? And also, there are great places to train around here.
Oh, fantastic. We actually have a education trailer called Whitney, and it's got a giant female trucker across the outside. It came through Findlay here last year for the Touch a Truck event at the fairgrounds, and there's a driving simulator in it. We go to Girl Scout events. We try to go to high school events and just get young people thinking about it, male and female,
Mhm.
about the industry as an opportunity, because we list kind of the salary ranges in the trailer too as they come through. Say, oh, I didn't know that you could make that much money. Like that, it's a reality.
Yeah, I imagine that grabs the attention of some
Yes,
people.
money talks. That's for sure.
So, Jenny, if people are interested in women in the Women in Trucking Association, want to learn more about the mission, maybe they want to get involved, or maybe they have a kid who's getting ready to graduate high school here in the next couple of weeks, kind of looking at career opportunities, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
For me, they can email me directly at Jenny. It's Jenny at womenintrucking.org.
Well, Jenny, we're really happy to have you back on board as a chamber member now through Women in Trucking Association, and to have you as a member of the Redcoats again, the chamber ambassadors. It's great seeing you around. You're doing great work in the community.
All right. Thanks so much, Doug.
And so we will be meeting new members, celebrating anniversaries at ribbon cuttings all throughout the rest of the month and into June. It's a busy summer schedule already shaping up for us here at the Chamber of Commerce. So make sure that you're subscribing to us on Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever you're watching this, so you're always up to date on the latest information on what's happening in the Findlay and Hancock County business community. For Jenny, I'm Doug. Have a great afternoon, everybody.